Balon Ijo is quite a whimsical name that our team came up with for this project. Balon is actually Indonesian for balloon, and balon is the plural. So balon Ijo is a short term for green. So the actual name is hijau, but here locally, the local people call it Ijo. This project basically is about clean energy production at the local level, something that Balinese people are totally unfamiliar with. The cleanest energy one could use and is most abundant in the world is actually hydrogen.
Well, green hydrogen is something I learned. It's not that we are creating energy, it's not like nuclear fusion. We're not getting more energy from what we put to do the electrolysis. So in fact, that's a kind of, it's a different thing. This is a trend in the world, even for products, customization, making things for you. So this is at the level of communities. It's really, I'm serious, it's not just for the video. It's quite interesting. I think we have the right technology now that enables that. Because before deploying the technology for creating these small networks of people was very, very expensive. So now we have all this blockchain, for instance, and we have also open hardware, open source. I always say to researchers or students, when they want to buy some instrumentation, it's very expensive. What is inside is something we can buy now for $5.
Listen, now I should see it. Oh, now I see it's in the data.
So the first thing you might see is this floating triangular structure. And you can see that they are carrying solar panels. The solar panels, I'm sure you know, solar panels, they convert the energy of the sun into electricity. Using this electricity to not put it directly into battery, we're putting them through an electrolyzing machine. Electrolyzing machine is a machine that puts electricity through water. So basically you have a tank of water, which will be inside of this, and you put the plus and the minus, and inside of this machine, and it breaks the water into its two main components, hydrogen and oxygen. And then we have a little pump that will pump the gas into a balloon. The balloon which is on this side, so if you walk around. And so this is also floating in the sea, and so those balloons get inflated. And so once they are full, people can harvest them, so they can come with a boat and catch them, and they can bring them to their home or to wherever they want.
Toys. Air masuk H2O, lalu dia bakalan di sini keluar yang atas itu hidrogen H2, yang di bawah sini oksigen O2. Nah, si hidrogennya itu yang nanti bakalan kita tangkap dalam balon-balon tadi. Jadi nanti kalau di laut itu kita strukturnya bakalan kayak gini. Ini adalah modul yang pakai solar panel. Jadi modul solar panel tuh banyak karena kita perlu listriknya kan gitu ya. Nah, mungkin kira-kira 5 atau 6 kayak gitu, terus nanti dia bakalan nyambung ke modul yang elektrolisis dan mungkin ini satu modul untuk storage. Nah, terus nanti kalau misalnya dia udah penuh, dia kan bakalan, karena dia balon, dia bakal naik kampung gitu ya. Jadi kalau dia udah penuh nanti bakalan ada kapal ya, paling ntar kapal datang, jadi cabut, yang itu dibawa ke darat, terus nanti ada modul ini lagi, balon lagi baru ditaruh gitu, masih
ini nanti dipindahin.
Nah ini
di storage.
Ini nanti ya dia bisa dipakai buat paling gampang sih buat masak, jadi pengganti LPG, atau kalau misalnya kita nanti udah punya conversionnya bahan bakar gas, jadi kayak motor, mobil juga bisa dijalankan dengan hidrogen ini. The real thing, we'll still have battery, right?
So if we can get not only the solar, but also the wind, and if it is on a floating device, maybe the wave, the motion of the waves, all of this can be combined. in order to provide the energy from renewable sources to get the hydrogen. And one thing that is very important, like in a way Cesar said, hydrogen is kind of a storage way of electricity.
So this is our base station. So the base station is basically an installation to distribute this hydrogen. A lot of people understand like hydrogen is the future of energy, but it's very abstract. So it's a gas, very, very light gas. And you can use it in three main ways that is useful for people in everyday life. The first way is just a gas that you can actually burn. So you can actually use it in a cooking, so you can make it into fire. So that's the first use. So it would be very simple. It would just be one cable that comes out of the gas, go into your kitchen, and you can start the fire with it. The second use, which is also very common, is the electricity. So how to transform a gas into electricity, you need something called a fuel cell. So this car right here should have a fuel cell inside of it that can transform this useful hydrogen and combine it with oxygen. And when the two molecules come together again and they fuse again, they become water again, then you get electricity. So that's called a fuel cell. And the only thing that comes out of it is a bit of steam, basically just water vapor. So that means that it can replace your electricity bill. So far we replaced first your gas bill, now we are replacing your electricity bill. The third way it can be interesting for the user is that, let's say if you have a scooter, let's say you have a scooter, you have a motorbike, here we have a little compressor. So you can come with your scooter or your car, and you can take this gas and then compress it into your scooter, and then you can basically drive around with it. So that replaces a third function, which is the gasoline that goes into your car. So if I recap, the general concept is that from energy that you get from the sun, you transform into gas, and that gas can be replacing three main uses of energy. The first being gas itself, for cooking. Second is electricity, for lighting, for all your appliances. And the third, it can replace also the gasoline in your car. So basically, one clean source of energy can essentially replace most people's energy needs. If we talk about the physics of it, so hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. There's like 70 to 80% of the universe is basically hydrogen. Most of the universe is made of hydrogen. Your body is a lot of H2O, water, so even your body is made of a lot of hydrogen. So if we can develop a system to produce hydrogen from the sea in a scalable way, 70% of the surface of this planet is water. So if we do this correctly, and we start at a very small scale in Bali and the Noah Bay, and help local indigenous population, and that it gives us time to develop this technology in a scalable way, and if we manage to do this in a very reliable way, this actually is one of the most scalable renewable proposition that I've ever heard of. So that's sort of the plan, is like start really small and create this like decentralized infrastructure that people can own. So it means that it's not a big energy company that owns the whole infrastructure, but it's the people. So that means that anybody can have a solar panel. You could have just a panel, for example, and then sell balloons, or you could just have a base station and you could sell just electricity, or you could sell compressed gas, or you could sell gas for fire, or you could sell base. Basically, we're trying to create a sort of an economy of its own energy. So yeah, so that's it. So, Balon Balonizo, the idea is to make decentralized, clean, and affordable green energy in a way that is scalable.